Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. How you doing? So I will be turning off the comments for this read here. Okay, this read is going to be it's deep today. So gonna wait a few more moments and then we can begin. Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I said, let me just get on here and just get it over with. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Scene. And today I'm reading for the beautiful and handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. One more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. Okay, so let's get into it. Yesterday I had a really, I ain't gonna lie, I had a really hard time getting through this dream that I was in. Let's just get into it. So in my dream state last night, there was a lot of yelling and there was a lot of screaming that was going on. I could hear the screams, but I couldn't actually see anything at the time. So as I kept trying to search for where the scream was coming from, my spirit just told me just to stay still and allow the scream to come towards you. So that's what I did. And once I was able to more so pinpoint where the yelling and screaming was coming from, everything started to crumble before their eyes and more so before my eyes. So basically this was about like a family empire of thieves. This is a family empire of incest. Okay. There's a family empire of, I'll say it in this way, adolescent networking, if you catch my drift. Okay, hopefully you catch my drift when I say that, adolescent networking. Okay. All of that is coming to an end. And the reason why all that's coming to the end is because the leader of this so-called family dynamic is very sick and very ill. And because no one is able to more so get directions or take directions or instructions from this so-called like toxic leader of this dynamic of a family here, the other people within the family dynamic, they don't know what to do. Their arms are up in the air. They were yelling, they were screaming because it was more so like, well, if this person is passing, if this person is sick, all of the secrets are going to be exposed. And that's what's happening here. So also what I saw in my dream state, I saw young adolescents and we were in looks like a safari or some kind of a background. And it was so lushful, and it was covered with lots of like ferns and different types of like plants and trees and stuff. And the more, like I mentioned, my spirit told me just to stay still and the screams are going to come towards you. And as I mentioned, when I did allow the screams to come towards me, you just saw all these kids being released. They're like being released from like a caged beast or I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. It just wasn't good. It just wasn't a good feeling that I got when I woke up this morning. How are you involved in this? Because you're speaking up in regards to what took place. Also, what I saw in my dream state, I saw Oedipus, Oepidus, at the Oedipus complex. And I actually had to look that up for myself. And the Oedipus complex was founded by, what is his name? I think it was, Sigmund Freud. But also Carl Jung is also intertwined in this. But anywho, the Oedipus complex basically states that when a young child may have a very close connection to their parents, more so like the same sex parent, or no, I'm sorry, the opposite sex parent. So let's say, you know, when you growing up, we may see videos, you may see a little boy say, I'm gonna marry my mom, or a little girl say, I'm gonna marry my dad, you know, that kind of way. A lot of that has taken place when you were younger. Of course, you weren't aware of what you were saying. You may have said, yeah, that's don't touch my mom or don't touch my dad, if that makes sense. And the other parent felt like you were trying to push up on them. Mind you, you could have been like 2, 3, 4, 5 years old or whatever. But you know, when you were young and you know that you love your parent, you're going to ensure that, you know, you're going to say how you feel. Don't touch my mom, don't touch my dad. You know, you're going to try to protect them in that kind of way. Well, the either the mother or the father within the connection there took that into a deeper way. They looked at that as if you were trying to like one up them, or you were more so trying to take them away from their either husband or wife. Either the mother or the father, however it resonates in your story, but more so this will be a mother figure here. The mother figure was very aware that the father that was in the home with you guys was not your father, but they may have brushed it off, or they may have given a facade to other people publicly that that was indeed your father, but it's not. What's going on? Oh, thank you, boo. Let me block that trash. Okay. Thank you, boo. Simple as 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Liberty. Okay, anywho. What I was saying. So the mother figure, you could be the son, or you could be the daughter of this so-called mother figure here. And what this person did here is they started to set you up because, again, they thought that you were trying to take this father figure or uncle figure, grandfather figure, whatever. It was a masculine figure. And they thought that you were trying to take them away from them, if that makes sense. So this mother figure already started to create some form of a perception of you that you weren't a good person, that you were an evil person. Even when, as far as saying things like you were very fast, or you're always worrying about one thing, or your mind is on one thing. And I don't feel that with you guys, collectively speaking. I don't feel like you were into the type of things that they were saying that you were into sexual things and all that stuff. You weren't into any of that. But when you were young, also for whoever can resonate, you may have been a little bit more developed than others within your classroom or classmates. And this mother figure will also make very, I'll say, very disheartening comments about how you looked, or, you know, how you presented yourself. But you're 6 years old, you're 7 years old, you're 8 years old, you're 9 years old. It's not comprehending. It's like at 6, 7, 8, 9, you're worrying about Barbie dolls or Cabbage Patch or My Little Pony. You know, it's a general read. Yes, this is a general read. Yes, please keep in mind that this is a general read, okay? Everything is not going to resonate with you. Just take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? So as you started to get older, of course, your body started to change. It may. Your body started to change and things of that nature. And this mother figure was looking at you much closely to the changes of your development. Well, as you started to grow, things started to look more, you know, just there, just more so there. And they looked at you as a form of competition. They really did. There was a lot of abuse in the home. There could have been a lot of sexual abuse in the home in regards to this male figure. So again, you could have a grandfather live with you, a father living with you, an uncle, an older brother, a younger brother, however it resonates, okay? But this mother figure knew the appetite of that masculine figure. They knew the appetite that they had, and they knew they had an appetite for, I'll say, adolescence, we'll put it in that way. So because they feel that the masculine was looking at you more and more, they felt like they had to sabotage you since you were young. So as you were growing up, they started to not teach you the ways of life. Instead of, they kind of threw you to the wolves. You would have been abused for many different things, for miscellaneous reasons. Let's say you left your sock on the floor, or you forgot to put your clothes in the hamper, in the dirty clothes. Like, you'll be abused for any little whatever thing that's going on here. Victor, if you want a reading, you're going to have to book a reading, okay? If you can't afford a reading, well, then you can sit down with yourself, okay? Sit down and receive the messages from Source and Spirit, and then you can do it that way, okay? If you want me to read for you, you're going to have to pay for my services, okay? That's it. That's all. Don't beg me for no free readings. I cannot. No, I cannot. I cannot. Okay? So, if you don't like the way I do things, you can skedaddle. Goodbye. B2 Husky, can I make you a moderator? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I need a masculine moderator on here too to get these heifers together. So may I make you? Thank you, boo. Because they just be doing too much, you know? All right, thank you, boo. All right, cool. All right, let's get, you'll be a moderator? Thank you, baby. Let me see if I can make you one. Hold on. Let me see if I can make you, oh, yes. Okay, hold on. Okay. Thank you. All right, cool. So you're now moderator. Thank you, boo. Light bulb, thank you. All right, let's get it. So they started to manipulate the way that people saw you. Oh, don't talk to the collective. Don't talk to the young collective, because you were young and you were naive. We got to be honest and we got to be real here. But you were young and you were naive to the point where you weren't understanding why this woman in your life was treating you in the way that they were treating you. They were treating you such with disgust and such hate and such, you know what I mean? They just didn't like you because they always thought that you were some form of competition. You gonna take their man or you gonna take their woman from you. And you wasn't even on that type time. But anywho, they started to create a narrative around you that you are fast, that you lie a lot, that you always out and about, that you disrespectful, that you don't listen to them, that you don't this, that you don't that. You know what I mean? And what they would do was, especially around other company or more so family, extended family dynamics, this is where they will start to make you be seen in a way that you're not really like, right? So they would agitate you. Let's say you go to a family function and you were younger. And maybe just an example. Let's just say you wanted to go play with the cousins or something like that, and they told you, no, don't go play with them. Go sit down, and then you probably get upset or whatever. And then they'll be like, you see what I'm talking about? Every time I try to say something to them, they always getting upset. They always getting angry. I can never talk to them, and I can never da. And they just blowing it out of proportion to create such a like a crowd of people to come around you to more so solidify or to confirm in regards to what this parental unit or this aunt, this uncle, like guardian unit has been saying, you know, towards you. It was all for intimacy. This is what this was. This is just how deep and twisted and warped these so-called people that you would have considered to be a parent or parental figure towards you. It was all about intimacy. But the way that they see intimacy is so warped and screwed that they really thought that you were trying to push up on their mate. That's sick and it's twisted. It's sick and it's twisted. Very sick and very twisted. They never complimented you on anything. If you got your hair done or you got your hair cut or you got a new jacket or a new sweatshirt or a new whatever, they will always go out of their way to ensure that you did not feel good about whatever it is that you just purchased or you just, you know, you just received or whatever the case may be. So for whoever this resonates for, you do have within that family dynamic, okay, that have connections to like police officers and police, I'll just say law enforcement. They have connections to law enforcement. And they're realizing just how voracious their mate or their other significant others' appetites for underage adolescents, how big it was. So they wanted to save that connection. They feel like you are the reason why it got big or got out of control because of how you were developed when you were young. You didn't know anything about any of that. You're just a young person, either a son or a woman, however it resonates. But you just think, you're just doing you as a young child. You're not thinking of these things here. And they're going out their way to say, oh, you so fast, and you always think you this, or you always think you better, or why you wearing that? You shouldn't wear that. That's going to show your figure. That's going to do this. That's going to do that. Like, it was just ridiculous. It just got out of control. So they feel like you are the reason why that person can't keep their eyes from stop wandering or looking at other people. That's a sickness. That's pure sickness and pure evil. That even a so-called guardian or mother figure will even say some mess like that towards you, that the reason why that their significant other is the way that they are is because of how you're developed. It makes no sense, child. But these are the type of things that a lot of family members or family dynamics are going through and keeping it hush or quiet because they think that their young child or the adolescent child is trying to show off or is trying to take their person. No, nobody want that darn dusty. Golly. So when they realized just how voracious this person's appetite was for other people, they actually enabled it. It may have started with you, meaning things may have happened between you and that actual other parent or guardian. You may have said something to that person like, hey, such and such did something inappropriately, and they completely ignored, they berated you, they yelled at you, they screamed at you. You don't know what you're talking about. That never happened to you. You just lie in that kind of way. So basically you were trying to go to this so-called parent that you think that you can trust, and they completely declined and they completely ignored all of the warning signs, or more so the that conversation, like you were just trying to come towards them to, to let them know what was going on. They completely shunned you. And then that's when they made you the arch nemesis of their life, or that's when they made you the enemy of their life. There's a big, I don't know how I could say that without saying it like that. Big networking of younger, if you catch my drift, that this parental units, guardian, so it could be a mother, father, stepmother, stepfather, real father, however it resonates, aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather, however it resonates. I'll just say toxic family dynamic. The mother is enabling the father to go out there and do what they're doing with other people, but younger people, keeping it quiet. So this is what else I saw in my dream state. It was a lot. This is what else I saw. I saw them luring younger individuals into certain situations. I'll say toxic situations or a darker path. I'll put it in that way. They were luring people into darker paths. They were looking for individuals that came off as very naive or very ignorant in regards to the world, meaning they don't have a loving family or family members. They don't have anyone that can help them out or anything like that. They look for individuals that were more so, we'll say, very well known to either the streets, to the cops, whatever the case may be. And they will use these individuals, we'll call them, I wouldn't call them lost souls, because they're not lost souls. They just need to be more redirected into, learning, hey, this is not what to do. Try it this way, if you catch my drift. But they didn't have the guidance or the right people to come along to say, hey, this is not what you should do. You got to do something a little bit differently, So since they had the connections to this law enforcement, they use that to their advantage. And they took advantage of a lot of younger individuals in that way. This is why they don't want you speaking up, because if you speak out, it's going to correlate as to what you went through when you were younger or in your adolescent age or stages is going to come out. Because a lot of other people feel they feel like that they can't talk about it, or they feel like that they can't speak up about it because they've been threatened by these individuals, those so-called family members. They being threatened by, if you say something, you know, da da da. And these are already individuals that more so they feel like that they're in a bind because of the way that life has lived for them already. So they kind of feel like their hands are tied behind their back, and they feel like that they really can't do anything but more so listen to what these individuals are telling them to do. If that makes sense. So we have the 10 of Cups here. Yeah, it was a lot of younger individuals that came from broken homes here. Instead of getting that person, hopefully I can say predator. I hope I can say that. Okay. Predator. Instead of trying to, not even trying, what they should have done, this parental unit here, what they should have done is that they should have put this predator where it belonged. Y'all catch my drift. You ain't gotta say that part. They should have put this person where they belong. But they did not want to, because they were also tied in deep into it because of the things that you went through traumatically. You went through a lot of traumatic and tragic experiences with these people within that dynamic. Everything is hush, hush, quiet behind the scenes in a household. Everybody thinking everything is okay, because when you come outside, they'll tell you, don't say anything, hush your mouth, don't ask for anything, stay quiet. So when you're out and amongst other people, they'll be like, dang, they're so well behaved. And dang, they don't talk. And wow, they're so polite and stuff like that. They're kind of more so, dang, it was more so like trying to like mask that anything wasn't going on at all. That makes sense? Now their beloved leader is sick. They're sick with lots of ailments. And the reason why they're sick is because of the truth that has been spoken. You weren't the only one that went through this. There were other people, extended family members went through this. There were actual extended family members that were actually on your side, that looked at you as, you know, their son or their daughter or their aunt, uncle, whatever, niece, nephew, etc., etc. But there were extended family members that paid close attention to you, but from far away. They always wanted to make sure that you were okay. Well, hey, how's the collective doing? Let me take the collective out first. You know what I mean? So this other extended family member that was on your side would always make sure that they took care of you, but from far away. Hopefully that makes sense. So when that person passed away, because that person did pass away, you had someone that you really loved near and dear to your heart that passed away. And when that person passed away, it felt like your world was over, if that makes sense, or you felt like your world was crumbling, because that was like one of the few individuals that really, truly, truly, truly looked out for you, saw, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's because they knew what was going on. They knew what was going on. And I feel like it was going to come to a point in time where they were going to actually have a conversation with you or break down everything that was happening within the dynamic of that toxic family. They knew. And because they knew, they had to pay. They were actually, they succumbed to their, I'll say their injuries, if that makes sense. Yes, this is a collective read. They succumbed to their injuries based on what the family dynamic or the dark family dynamic was doing. Poisoning them, putting things in their food, trying to make them look delirious, trying to make them look crazy, trying to separate you from them or trying to separate them from you. If they're having a conversation with you, who you talking to on the phone? I'm talking to auntie, I'm talking to uncle. Get off the phone. We don't want you to talk to that person. That person not right in the head. That person, you know what I mean? Like the person that really truly cared for you, they would try to flip the script and say, well, you shouldn't talk to them because they don't really care about you, or they never have anything to say, or you know what I mean? Like trying to downplay the actual greatness that that person or that extended family member saw within you. They gave you the world. They did. That extended family member gave you the world and also left you something when they passed, because they knew that they were so like close, or like they were hitting everything spot on, that the family dynamic that you lived under was, the pressure was getting to them. So they had to make this look very clean, like everything, like it was more so that person's fault. That person was either drugged or poisoned. They were either drugged or poisoned. Yeah, deceit. Seven of Swords. And then everything was all said and done. They took all their, you see all those swords? So this is basically the evidence. So they took all their swords from the scene of what they've done, and they act like everything is a-okay. This person who really loved you or who was on your side, they were starting to get sick or sicker. You didn't understand why they were getting sick, but you just knew that something was off. And they will also say, hey, I don't feel well today. You know, something's off, or whatever the case may be. And you would just try to like help them, nurse them back to health, or whatever the case may be. The reason why they're not here anymore is because of that dynamic. Again, mother, father, uncle, cousin, grandfather, whoever, however resonates in your story, okay? What else, Spirit? Yeah, Queen of Swords. And then here you come up with your intuition and you saying things. It may be coming off as rude to them, and they're being highly pessimistic over the things that you're seeing. Hey, mom, or hey, dad, hey, uncle, hey, aunt, hey, cousin, whatever. Something's not right. Something's off. You don't know what you're talking about. You're seeing things. You need to go take a nap. You need to this. You need to that. Anything to basically discredit basically what you're feeling and what you're seeing. Because they needed for you to not hone into the intuition, or more so the discernment that was guiding you. And your discernment was guiding you to to very deep areas within this toxic family dynamic. For some of you guys that can resonate, when this loved one that you really loved and they loved you passed on, you may have also started to see them in your dreams as well. They may have came to you and started to drop birdies in regards to what happened, and you wake up like, well, what was that? If you got any type of dreams in that way, in that nature there, make sure you write that down. Because the way everything is going to play out, the way everything is going to like more so just come out, is going to, all the things that you write down is going to solidify that the dreams that you were having, is going to make sense to you, okay? So just make sure you keep track of your dreams here. Now they're trying to come towards you and trying to harm you because you're like the last person or the last piece of the puzzle to this whole thing. So they're trying to push all of their might, all of their energy onto you to make you afraid, to make you scared, to make you be in isolation, to keep you away from people, even taking people that you loved away, so-called friends, families, children. They took everything that they can take from you to show you or to prove that they have the bigger balls than you do. They don't, child, but whatever. Three of Swords. They wanted you in complete heartbreak. They wanted you to feel like it was your fault, that everything that you were losing in life was your fault, and it wasn't, okay? See, well, if you would have done this way, or if you would have listened to what I said in this way, that would have never happened. If you would have done this, that would have never happened. If you would have said this, that would have, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to reorganize or trying to scatter your mind or scatter your, just your intuition, like, but that's not what I saw. That's not what that's not what I felt. I know what I saw. I know. And you know that you dead on, you spot on, you so truthful. You're like, but that's what I saw. Like you passionate about, like, that's what I saw. You're not going to tell me. And some of you guys may have been going back and forth with them. You're not going to tell me what, you know what I mean? Like you were spot on with the things that you were seeing and you were saying here, and they couldn't take that. They couldn't take that here. Now that this leader, this C-U-N-T of a leader, because they are a C-U-N-T of a leader, that's what they are, is very ill. And they're ill because of the truth. The truth is like an antidote. It could be a good pill to swallow, or it could be a bad pill to swallow. Okay, it could be a good pill to swallow, or it could be a bad pill to swallow. And in this instance here, it was a very harsh and brutal pill that this whole dynamic had to follow. This is why other people and like your exes and your ex-lovers and your ex-friends were all involved here, because that dynamic, that toxic family dynamic, was fully aware as to how strong of an appetite that the leader had for other people. Just put it in that way. They didn't care what age, size, as long as they could get access to, if you catch my drift, they're going to get access to it. But they had the backings of the immediate family. So that could be the mother, the father, the brother, the sister, the immediate family. That's where you come in, if that makes sense. But you're not a part of it. You're the one that's different. You're the one that's standing out from the crowd. You're the one that's actually speaking up in regards to the truth. Thank you. Yeah, you're moving this vehicle forward. Like everything is in, the ball is in your courts. Everything is very favorable for you. So you're driving this car, or you're steering. I'll say you're steering the ship. Yeah, it's still so unreal to me. Yeah, that's literally how the truth is. The truth can be so unreal. That's why I always say you have to. Not everyone is going to accept the truth for what it is, number one, because they never experienced the type of things that you may have experienced. And normally when people have not experienced what you have experienced, they can't understand where you're coming from or what you're saying. So it's going to come off as, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you serious, man? That don't make sense. Da, 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 da. But when it finally comes out, and what you were saying was the absolute truth, now everybody got egg on their face, you know? So not everyone is going to believe your truth, which is fine, because it wasn't for them to know, if that makes sense, or it wasn't for you to relate a message to them. It's for more so for other people that can resonate or have experienced some kind of affliction in regards to what you may have. Oh, okay. Five of Cups. And then the Page of Pentacles. They went all out. They went all out to ensure that you would never, ever see a dime of what that person left for you. They lost all of their savings, their livelihood. They lost everything. This immediate family, they lost everything trying to come for you. They put their all of their time, all of their effort, all of their energy in trying to destroy you, and they could not do it. This is where they are regretting it. Because all that time, energy, money that has been wasted, they can't pay for bills. They're on the verge of being kicked out, evicted, foreclosed. They're losing their car, repossessed. They can't pay their heat bill, their light bill. Like, it's really crunch time for these individuals, but the leader is sick. And the leader could have been the person that was taking care of the immediate family, however it resonates in your story, and they don't know what to do. So they're surrounding a bed of this so-called CUNT of a leader that is literally wasting away. They don't want you to know that, but I'm here to tell you they're wasting away. And they're just like, I don't know what to do. Oh my God. If that person perish, and they're going to perish, everything is going to open up, because that person's no longer there. And the other individuals, the extended or the outer family dynamics that went through, learned that this person passed, everybody gonna start speaking up. Yeah, and da 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 and da, and I'm talking about big proof, big evidence, big proof of in regards to what has happened here. it went as far as to spread out to their friends and their family. So if they had friends, if the so-called, I say nuclear family or the toxic family dynamic, the immediate family, they had their own set of friends and their family. They actually did that towards them as well too. You may have heard when you were younger or growing up, maybe you had a friend with your parents' friends, if that makes sense. So let's say the parents had a friend and that friend had a child that was around your same age or so. You guys are connecting, you're getting together, you're playing together and whatever, just being kids, doing what kids do. And then not even a month, 2 months, 3 months later, they just up and disappear. You were like, well, what happened? Well, we were really good. You know what I mean? Did something happen? Oh, well, that person was just too fast and they were trying to do this and they weren't respectful and I didn't like the way they did and I didn't like the da-da-da. And I'm like, it's just the length of what people would do to cover up the thing that they're doing. It's just crazy. You don't have to time them out, Husky. You can just completely just block them. They just get one shot, one chance over here, B2 Husky. So if they acting, talking reckless, just block them. They don't get second chance. We don't give second chances over here. Just block them one time. Boo. Yeah, just block them one time, boo. Yeah, no timeouts. No timeouts. They're just solidifying all that I'm saying for it to be right. That's normally what happens when you're speaking truth, and it depends on the type of truth that you're speaking. All of the batshit crazy people are just going to come out. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what's happening here. We don't care. They ain't stopping nothing, clearly. They ain't stopping a darn thing over here. They just mad because everything's being exposed. That's all. Anywho, let's see, boo. So going back to what I said, that you try to make friends with other people and they would try to sabotage that. They sabotage everything in your life because you were aware as to what was going on and you were the crucial key or the crucial piece to the puzzle in regards to the dynamic of this toxic family. So when the loved ones that you truly love or the loved ones that was really there for you started to pass away, things started to get suspicious. Could have been for you. You know, you probably be like, well, what's going on? I was just talking to this person. They were good today. And then the next day, they're just not here anymore. Like, you always had your suspicions at the time, but you probably weren't able to kind of put two and two together. That makes sense. But now that everything is coming out, everything is just, you're going to be like, oh, wow. You want to have that aha, that light bulb moment. High priestess. Yes. Yes. Your intuition is getting stronger. Your discernment is just, it's just on fire right now. Like the things that you're saying is it's just hitting it on the head. Like, it's just hitting it on the head. Like, let me see. Let me use my petty deck. The Chariot is Cancer. Time moment. You having an aha moment. Oh, wow, wait, whoa. Oh my God, you may even have one of those moments. Oh my God, that makes sense. Oh my God, I can't believe, like that kind of way. They were very abusive towards you. They were very abusive towards you. This immediate family was very abusive towards you because of the voracious appetite that other parental figure or unit had for other people's, you catch my drift, other people's things. And when you spoke up, you were abused for it. Stop talking. You don't know what you're saying. You don't make sense. You're DUMB, you're STUPID. You know, that these are the things that they would say towards you to make you feel less of yourself, you know? They wanted you confused. They wanted you confused. Well, I heard a noise last night, but I heard such and such talking on the phone. You didn't hear nothing. You didn't see that. You don't know what you talked about. You didn't. You didn't. Like, girl, leave up, man. Spirit, baby. Sudden changes and hidden agenda. The sudden changes to the hidden agenda was faced towards you. So it was like the missile was aimed towards you because of the things you were saying. And they had to shut you up some way, somehow. They can't shut you up. They abused you. They beat on you. They did all different types of things towards you. And you just keep getting up, like you just keep eating it. Like I ate those in that kind of way, like you had your Wheaties, your daily Wheaties. And that's what just, figuratively speaking. But you were very strong to where you didn't allow this to break you down or to crush you. So when they realized that all of the tactics that they were trying to push onto you wasn't working here, the agenda changed suddenly. Well, we can't do anything to this person. This person won't stay down. This person won't stay quiet. This person won't do this. This person won't do that. And thank you for mentioning that head trauma of all of it. They always aim for your head. They always aim for your head. Some of you guys may have had concussions where you were growing up. You may have had bruises and scars on your head as well too when you were growing up, because they wanted to aim for your head. That's where your mind is. That's where your brain is, right? And if you have some kind of concussion or always some kind of something, that's going on with your mind, then it'll be more easier for other people to believe that they said that you were insane or whatever the case may be, and you're not, okay? They may also say, I'm gonna hit you in your head. I'm gonna do this to your head. I'm gonna box your head off, like something like that. They will always give some kind of warning. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, But sudden changes in hidden drama. Sorry, hidden agenda. Hidden drama was there too, but sudden changes in hidden agenda was that when they realized that you were too powerful for them, that's where they enlisted your connections to come around you. They needed to see who they could use in your connections, who was the easiest of them to basically break out of line, break out of formation, or more so very easy to just be swayed. And we're going to be honest, they were successful with these individuals to get them on the bandwagon to start to hate you. So when your connections start to go down, well, what happened? I thought we was cool. Oh, F you, you a HOE, you ain't worth nothing, and you ain't this, and you ain't that. I heard about you. You trying to take me for my money. You be like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you? And you were like sitting there like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, what? Y'all going back and forth, y'all arguing, and y'all fighting. You not realizing that this is a whole setup since day one, because the immediate family dynamic don't want you speaking up in regards to what happened to you. They never wanted people to be aware as to what happened to you, because if people knew what happened to you, other people will be aware as to what happened to other people. Hopefully that makes sense. So you are the catalyst. You are that domino effect that's going to break this wide open. Too good to be true. They were trying to get people to make you look like you too good to be true. Oh, man. They wanted you so heartbroken. They wanted you so heartbroken. By any means necessary, the love of your life that you may have thought at the time, your child, your children, your friends, your career, your car, your home, your house, whatever, however. They wanted you to be heartbroken by any means necessary. And when you would have these conversations, going back to these parental units or guardian figures, and you're telling them, hey, I lost my job today. Or, hey, I lost my car was repoed or whatever. Oh, well, see, if you would have never did that, that never would have happened to you. See, if you would have did this, that would have never happened to you. And they're trying to basically add more insult to injury to make you feel like it's your fault. This is why they were keeping a close eye onto you so you would never speak. You may felt like you were being watched. Why am I being watched so much? Why Why do I feel like heavy gang stalking? Why every time I get online and I post a picture of myself, or, and I'm speaking generally, collectively, why every time I try to do something for myself, it's always like negated, it's always like pushed away, it's always declined. If I'm trying to go for a job within the city, or I apply for something and you go, hey, Ma, I just applied for such and such. Or hey, Dad, I just applied for, oh, okay, that's cool. And that's all they will always say, oh, okay, that's nice, that's cool, whatever. No kind of anything. And then when you go on the job interview, you come back, they tell you didn't get the job. They were doing it. They were intentionally pushing ill onto you so you could never be successful, because if you're successful, you don't need them. You never needed them. They didn't teach you anything. Maybe they did. They taught you how to not be a mean person. They taught you how to not be a negative person. They showed you how to love yourself by you showing yourself how to love yourself, if that makes sense. All the things that they did not show you, you still were able to learn from the things that they did not show you. Yes, it is. They stressed out, as they should be. When you moved out of this family home or family dynamic, did you realize that things start to change the minute that you moved out? You may felt like you were struggling when you shouldn't have been struggling. You may felt like, everything was cool, but when you moved out of the home, it was good. Let's say for the first a year, 2 years or whatever, everything was good. But things started to like break away or chip away slowly, unnaturally, in a very unnatural way. You lose your car. Your job is, your hours are cut down. You're getting reports from your managers or your supervisors. Your supervisors or managers feel like they have to micromanage you. You got other people within the company here that's looking at you and you're like, yo, what's going on? And your work ethic is great. You have great work ethic and integrity when it comes to whatever it is that you're working on or working for, if that makes sense. Your family was involved, calling people, hey, such and such at work and such and such. And if they have special connections to law enforcement, all they gotta do is make a call. If they have special connections to church members, because y'all think church members don't know people too, church members have connections as well too. They have many different walks of life that come through those church doors. So if you know that such and such is the detective for such and such, or that one is a sheriff, or that one is a whatever, that one is the clerk of the county, you know what I mean? They won't, if that makes sense. So they use that to their advantage, unbeknownst to you, to get you to look like a sitting duck, or to get you to look like that everything was your fault. And it wasn't. They orchestrated all of this based on what they did to you. They were telling your lovers that it was okay to have a secret lover. They were telling your lovers that it's okay to do mean things towards you. They were telling your lover that it was okay to step out on you. It was okay to disrespect you and to berate you and to hold back from you and to ignore you. All the things that they were doing to you as a child, they were teaching other people how to treat you as well. Fake rich. Fake rich, child. Fake rich. They were telling people that you were only there to be with that person for their money. Friends too. Oh, they're going to try to get you for your money. They don't have anything. They're not worth anything, but you doing better than all of them. You doing better than all of them. Whoever resonates with this story, you doing better than all of them. Yep, follow your spirit, follow your discernment, whatever your spirit and your discernment is telling you to do. Follow your spirit, follow your discernments. On the right side of things, don't do nothing crazy. You don't have to do nothing. I want to make that clear. You don't have to do nothing crazy or outlandish towards these people. It's already taken care of. I stamped that. It's already taken care of. Don't get yourself in no trouble. Don't get yourself in no trouble. Don't waste your life over filth or trash. Okay? That's handled. It's being handled, okay? I just want to make that clear. Don't do nothing crazy. All right, so we have hiding something. So if you are broke, Start listening to frequencies. Start listening to money frequencies on YouTube. There are many different ones out there. Whatever ones resonates with your spirit, start listening to it. Okay, that can help you get out of whatever thing that you're going through at this time. Okay, it's all energy. All right, but anywho, we have hiding something here. Okay. So we have children, and I just said it, man. What I just say? Illegal activity. They went towards adolescents and doing things illegally towards them. Youngsters, adolescents that don't have a happy home, that come from a impoverished home setting, that could be in foster care, whatever the case may be, could be roaming the street. You know what I mean? They strategically went after certain individuals of this nature, or adolescents in this nature, to destroy their lives because of the appetite that significant other had. They wanted to enable that significant other's voracious appetite. Well, if no one knows and I can still be with that person, I'm just going to let it ride. If that makes sense. And that's what happened here. They let it ride, but they let it ride way too long. That's why friends and like people that you may have looked up to, let's say like a neighbor or whatever the case may be, they completely just shut up and they just left. They just went ghost. They abandoned everything. One minute you see them, hey, how you doing? Hey, Mrs. Hey, Mr. Hey, how you doing? You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. You doing okay? And then the next minute, their house for sale or their house for rent because of the things that they were doing towards them. Yeah, now they're stuck. I'm getting chills all over my body, child. Woo. Woo. Now they stuck because their leader is sick. We don't give a flying farts. We don't give not one flying fart. You're going to get justice. You're going to get justice off this dark energy. Yes, you will. It's playing out right now. It's playing out. They are so afraid of getting caught. Good, as they should. They should be very afraid. You know, I ain't going to sugarcoat it. They should be very afraid that they're getting caught. And that's the good news. Could be an Aries. That is the good news here. Aries could be a father figure, an uncle, a masculine figure. Yeah. They are stuck. They're stuck to their deeds, their evil deeds that they try to carry on to you. And they try to carry on to other people. Were they successful with other people? Yes, they were. You got to be honest with this. It may sting, it may hurt, but yes, they were absolutely successful with other people, but they were not successful with you. Imagine they taught other people how to treat you in a very ignorant, in a very, very heinous, very evil way. And trying to get you to, look, Family got into your head. So if you were having issues with your connection, you go to a family member, an immediate family member, you know, I'm having issues with such and such, and they won't talk to me, and I don't know what I did wrong, and da-da-da. And they will use that information and go back to that person and tell them what you said about them to get them to fight and argue with you so they can take the pressure and the heat off of them. Perspective. They try to change the narrative or try to change the perspective based on the things that you were saying. Again, they needed you to self-sabotage yourself. They needed you to speak to them. They needed you to give them information so they can destroy you with your information. Then they looked at it as if, that's the T. They looked at it as if that if more people were against you, especially the family dynamic, because remember, the family dynamic, they're their, what do you call it, their appearance or how they show up to the world, their public image is very important to how people see them or view them. So if everyone in the family dynamic, the immediate family dynamic is saying, hey, the collective, stay away from the collective, they're not good, we think something's wrong with them, we think something's off with them, whatever the case may be here, a lot of people are going to believe them because they see that so-called family is honorable. They see that that family is somebody to like trust or to uphold, or they come from a good family. That they're not good. Nothing about these individuals are good. Nothing about these individuals are good. Nothing at all. Now all their darkness is up for everyone to see. So they're going through all of what they're going through, all of the mundane things, their home, their houses being destroyed, their cars and stuff like that. Good, that's good. But that's just the icing on the cake. And then they actually have to see their beloved so-called toxic leader that is also sick as well too, that can't get the assistance or the help that they thought that they could get, because a lot of people are turning against them here. There are other people, so as I mentioned, their friends and their family as well too, they're starting to speak up. And also I really do feel, so if the mother and father of the toxic family had their friend and they had a child, I feel like that child was also interfered with as well. I'll just put it that way. So when that child said something to their parents, they completely pulled away. Like, no, you're not gonna do this to my child. They may have had a conversation. You know what I mean? Don't do this. What is that? The intellect, yes. So the extended people, the extended friends knew, or they had an inkling that something was off, and instead of getting involved in it, they just backed away. They didn't have the concrete proof evidence. And because of how they showed up into the community or into the neighborhood, they felt like they didn't have a chance. If they did speak up, no one would believe them. Why would you say something like that? They would never do something like that kind of way, because that family dynamic really, really, really positioned themselves as if they were like the best thing since sliced bread, child. Yeah, loss. So Latanya, you did everything that you needed to do, boo. All you needed to do was speak the truth. That's all you need to do. That's all you needed to do. And the more that you spoke truth, the more things started to come unravel. Again, remember, the truth can be very sickening to others. And when you stand very boldly and very confident in regards to what these individuals have done, not only to you, but to other people, that's all you need to do, boo. So you did everything that you needed to do. You did everything you needed to do. So loss is here. The loss of respect, the loss of their beloved leader, the loss of all their financials, the loss of their lifestyle, the loss of their beloved reputation. They're losing it all. Everything. There was a lot of money involved. I'm being told to pull from my crime scene cards. So let's see what's going on. So these are my crime scene cards. All right, so let's see what's going on, what I need to know, Spirit. Oh, that's the first one. I'll take it. So it says paraphernalia may be an important case, an important factor in this case. They were putting things in people's foods. Things that make people go delirious and sick. Someone coerced the person into, wow. So this is more so for you, for your ex-lovers or your ex-friends here. They were trying to coerce them to unalive you. Well, they're lying on us and we really need for you to do this. And if we do this, we can pay you out, like stuff like that. Your ex-lover may have had your social security information, may have important, pertinent information that identifies you as who you are. The family dynamic was feeding that ex-lover your important information. Some of you guys could be went through identity theft, went through getting things in your name, cables and apartments and whatever. The family pushed that information to the ex-lover because they wanted to keep their hands clean. So here, this is what they were doing. And the reason why they did that is because they really thought that this ex-lover was going to be successful with this, with unaliving you or pre-transitioning you out. And when that didn't happen, they started to get like frantic and I don't know what's going on. Well, you told me that the collective was this, but the collective is showing me something different. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just do what I say. Da da da. We telling you what we know this person more than, you know, like, because they feel like because they didn't teach you anything, that you weren't aware or you shouldn't be aware as to what someone or a group of people were trying to do towards you. I said, so I'll say unaliver. Unaliver may have an item belonging to the victim. The unaliver, which was supposed to be this ex-lover or friend, the item that they have belonging to you, I don't consider y'all victims. I don't. You are victors. I love speaking life into the collective. I don't like speaking any type of negative anything in towards y'all. I breathe life into y'all over here. I just don't see y'all as a victim. It's not a dig. It's not a disrespect. Y'all are way too strong and powerful to be walking around with, oh, I'm a victim. No, you're not. You're not. You're a victor. You were able to get through this. You saw it for what it was. You saw the big lessons that you needed to learn from this, and now you are victorious. So that's how I see you guys. Y'all are victorious, okay? So I just want to make that clear, okay? But so the unaliver may have an item belonging to the victim or victor. You're the victor. And the item that they had was your personal information. Again, your social security, your whatever, email, your address, your birth date, whatever, okay? I'm getting chills all over my body. Oh my God. God, come on, Spirit, talk to me, boo. Talk to me. What else? Okay, so we have contamination of DNA evidence may be influenced in this case. Well, the contamination is they were giving or they were feeding the ex-lover or friend information about you, and they were contaminated in a way that if something do happen, that everything was going to be blamed or placed onto them. So if this was to be successful, which is not, but if it was to be successful, they would have went down for this. And they would have got away scotch-free. And their secret would have literally been held until they transitioned. But here's the thing. If this would have never came out, this would have continued. This cycle of very toxic generational abuse, it would have continued because the immediate family, so a sibling or siblings, I've mentioned a couple videos back, your siblings were involved in this as well too, sleeping with your significant other, doing things with your significant other to get a rise out of you. And if their parent or parents passed away, well, they can just take on the baton or they can take on the torch and they can continue this cesspit of generational curse. It's not going to work that way. It ends with you. All right, I heard one more card. Additional evidence at the scene may be discovered. Clarify that, please. Oh, okay. Entanglements. Thank you, Sierra. Entanglements. The additional evidence at the scene may be discovered. The additional evidence is the entanglements. How they're bringing forth other people into this messy situation here to create. Have y'all seen the Netflix special, the Murdaugh Murders. Have you seen that? It was about a prominent family that was in South Carolina, I think the Hampton, South Carolina, or something like that. And they were a powerful family for many generations. I say maybe 4 or 5 generations or so. And this lawyer was just doing everything possible to get himself out of like harm's way, out of trouble. If you're into like true crime and stuff like that, take a look at that. It's on Netflix. I thought it was really good. I was like, wow, but it's just the lengths as to how far this person went. He actually ended up unaliving his son, his own son, and his wife. It was 5 people that actually were pre-transitioned out. It's a really good story. So if you get if you can take a look and get some time to take a look at it, definitely do. Okay. Oh my God, Lifetime, yes. Lifetime and true crime, that could have been your thing growing up, and it's going to make a strong connectional correlation to what I'm about to say here. Mom or dad may have really loved watching those type of things when you were growing up, especially Lifetime. And I know for me as a young teen, I also got started to watching like true crime and Lifetime because of the things that they were watching as well too. So it was just like a complete setup since day one, child. That's what it was. Yeah, man, it was a long-term investment. It was a long-term investment, dude. It was a long-term investment. Damn. A long-term investment to get you eradicated. That's crazy. Hey, Saudi Arabia. You moved on because they were spreading lies. Once you realized what was going on, you was like, man, I'm about to move on for this. You know the lies wasn't true. Instead of you fighting the lies, like, I did it, and I didn't, and yes, you did, you be like, I didn't. Like, you got to keep going ping pong, back and forth between the truth and the lies. And you're like, you know what? Hands up. Okay, I surrendered this. I released this. Let me just move on with my life. And that's what you did. And the moment that you left, 8 of Cups, the moment that you abandoned this whole dynamic, the truth came through. You were the truth. It's like you have risen from the ashes. You're like the phoenix that rise from the ashes, all the smoke and all the things that they tried to destroy you with. You are the truth. Here come your sword, the shing shing shing. I look at shing 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 as a sword, right? Shing shing shing, and you coming in, you wielding that sword because you realize you moved away from the situation, but they keep bringing it towards you. You keep trying to ignore the situation. You don't want to argue with nobody. You don't want to fight nobody. You just want to live your life. But every time you keep trying to do something for yourself, here they come. They keep pecking at you and pecking until they get and they try to get some kind of reaction out of you here. You're like, you know what, F this. Since y'all won't keep coming for me, let me start speaking the truth. And that's when the heat was on. Let's get ready to rumble. Truth versus lies. And because you were quiet for such a long time, it's like they kind of push you in a position where you had to start speaking truth. And it's like, oh my God, but they never expected you to speak truth because they really thought that you were very cowardly and very afraid, and you were not any of those things. You're not cowardly and you're not afraid. You're not. And if you are, you shouldn't be. You should not be, boo. You shouldn't be. But anywho, they thought by coming towards you and doing this and you ain't this and you ain't that and da-da-da and you, that's why you'll never amount to anything. That's why you'll never be successful. You're going to always need me before I need you. Yeah, and yeah, right, child. Yeah, and yeah, right, child. Who's the one that's going to be begging soon for forgiveness? Not you. You ain't gonna be begging for forgiveness anytime soon. You ain't gonna be reaching out to people asking, can you borrow $5 or $10, or can you pay my electric bill, or my car is this. You ain't gotta do any of that stuff, boo. And even so, even for the ones that can resonate with this part right now, even if you may not have anything physically right now, you still have it abundantly spiritually. You still have it abundantly spiritually. So with that information, with that gem, with that nugget, that you still have it all spiritually, you can change your life split of a second. They not stopping the MFing thing. You hear what I'm telling you? They not stopping the MFing thing. If they did not want any of this to go out or it be exposed this way, they should have never came for you in the first place. Checkmate, ninjas. Period. They stopping what? Woo! Some of them went to many foreign lands to get the best of the best, and even the best of the best couldn't stop you, child. Man, that's why going back to that docu-series on Netflix, The Murder on Murders, the son was an issue. His name was Paul, and he was a huge issue. He actually caused a boat accident where another, like a classmate of theirs, actually passed away. She drowned. She hit her head on the boat and she drowned. And the first thing that son did was called his grandfather to cover up everything, and they covered it up. But people knew that something was off with that particular family. And people started to probe and see what was going on and da-da-da. And yeah, there's no more legacy to hold on to. There's no more generational anything, toxicity to hold on to. When I say that lawyer completely destroyed the legacy of their family, it fucking good. It fucking good. It is so fucking good for people like them. I don't feel no sorry. Not me. Feel sorry. Not me. Me don't feel sorry. I will watch. You got a liar here. Lawyer was a Freudian slip. They even had a lawyer that lied on you to get you sanctioned, to get you penalized, to get you in some form of a mental instability, more so a mental, I'm hearing infirmary, many different things with the mind. They needed to prove to people that you were not well, and they failed. They failed. Now they're behind a bed or around a bed begging for, can you please help me? Divine calling is in reverse. Their beloved cesspit of hawk and spit is wasting away, is withering away as it should. And these individuals are realizing that once this leader perish and whatever, roll over into their little shoebox, they don't have anything else to do. They have no, well, what are we going to do? Well, we were getting directions from this person. We were taking instructions from this person. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And people starting to fall apart and people starting to fight within this dynamic. It good. It good for them. It good for them. I don't feel no sorry. Look, obstacles. Me don't feel sorry. Sorry. It fucking good for them. It good for them. I don't feel no sorry. Let me see which other deck. Do I need to pull another deck or that's it? All right, they told me to pull. I'm going to pull from these two, and then I'm going to end. Let's see what signs are involved in this hoopla here. I did say Aries. Is this my sign thing here? Oh, wait, let me pull this one here. Hold on, y'all. All right, let's see. We have Cancer, and I did mention Cancer. So Cancer is involved. A Gemini is involved. They were hiding things with the moon. This was all about sexual gratification. That's all it was about. Venus energy. This whole thing, the whole dynamic of this toxic family dynamic, it was to preserve the toxicity of sexual gratification. That's all it was. That's all it was. They needed to protect their, I can't say the word, but the predator. I'll say predator. They needed to protect the predator from the world or from the public, because once people find out that this predator is what it is, they know their whole world will come crashing down. So they were very emotional. So we're gonna say, because Cancer came out 3 times. It's very emotional. The moon is also very emotional. The moon also represents the mother figure as well too. So if you on the right side, if you are the high vibrant Cancer sign here, you're very protected. And also Gemini too, but just take it how it resonates in your story here. But this was all for sexual gratification of nastiness. That's what it was here for. That's what it was. Sexual gratification. Could be an Aquarius. You could be, they could be, or because we are in the age of Aquarius here, you are establishing your individuality. And by you establishing your individuality, it brings forth the truth, or you become even more of the truth because you're seeing the truthfulness of self. Meaning, I don't do things they do. I don't do what they do. I don't speak like them. I don't act like them. I don't do things to harm people. You know what I mean? You're not doing any of those things here. Yeah, thank you. Uranus is here. Uranus is sudden changes, rebelling. Because you found yourself, or you were able to see the truth of self, it caused a rebellion, or it caused you to rebel. Which, in a good way, of course. It caused you to rebel in a very, 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 very good way. Very good way. And they never expected that. They never thought you would have rebelled against them. They never thought that you would have went against them. You were never for them in the first place. You were never for these individuals in the first place. These individuals was abusing you for tea, breakfast, and freaking dinner. Every waking moment that they had that they can put you in a very compromising position, they would try to do it. You weren't for these individuals to begin with. Like what? I agree, Husky. Some of us know we can really do damage. Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you. I sure do, boo. Now you in your North Node, or you are coming towards your North Node, or you are, you're walking. So, of course, not everybody can resonate with this part, but some of you guys aren't quite at your North Node yet. You gonna get there. Don't worry, because some of you guys are still going through your storyline, but you're gonna get there. But for ones that are already there, you feel fulfilled, or you are fulfilling yourself with the Aquarian parts of you, the individualistic part of self here. So you feel very fulfilled, and by being fulfilled, you're going to feel free. You're going to feel very protected. No matter what people say or try to do towards you, it's not going to phase you. You know what I mean? Like you're in a different phase of your life. And your North Node, if you're in your North Node, it's going to protect you. Your individualism, or the individualistic of self, will protect you. It really will. Because you tap into your own beat. You should do that. And your spirit like, don't do that. Shh, you better not do that. And they come and you better. You believe your spirit telling you better not do that. You know what I mean? So you listening to the inner guidance of self is going to push you in your North Node, or it has pushed you in your North Node here. You could be a Scorpio, could be a Leo. Okay? However it resonates. I'm going to pick one more sign. Okay, 2 came out. So we have Pisces and Taurus. So however it resonates. Scorpio, Leo, Pisces, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, strong Cancer. Strong Cancer sign here. Strong Cancer. Tell me about this Taurus. So this is for a Taurus that's on the lower vibrational things here. They were coaching you since you were young, or they were coaching people how to treat you since you were young. This low vibrational Taurus. Yep. And people were learning how to treat you based on what I just said Taurus because that was the last card that popped up. But however it resonates, of course, but this is what they were teaching people, or they were learning people. Hey, treat the collective this way. Talk to the collective this way. Do it this way. Do as I say. Da da da. That kind of way. Spirit. Architect. They were literally creating, or they were the blueprint in creating how they wanted your life to be. All for foul sexual gratification. That's all this was for. Imagine you were supposed to lose your life. They wanted you to lose your life over what that person was doing towards other people. And all you're doing is just speaking up. That's it. Baby. Baby. Somebody could have been a soldier. So you may have a family member that was in the military here. They could have tried to use that as a backing as well too. Or they are a decorated veteran, da da da. They ain't nothing decorated about them, child. They full of pus and poop. They're foul. So they come off as, I served the country, I did this, I did that, da, 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 but they doing, and look what's on the community. Look what type of individuals are on the community card. Look at the type of individuals that's on the community card. Adolescents. It's like they wanted to be the go-to person for adolescents, so they see your mother, father, your aunt, your uncle coming up. Hey, such and such, the little adolescents coming up, and they're trying to groom them to look at them a certain way. Completely disgusting, utterly disgusting, very disgusting, very disgusting. Yeah, they were trying to be quiet, hush hush. Ninja is more like stealth mode. They were trying to keep it under wraps, but this person's voracious appetites for certain individuals here, it just got out of control. And this mother figure, father figure realized that they were in too deep, and they realized that you were the key to it all. So they felt like it was best to like safeguard their secrets. See, we have guide and reader. So they could have been guided to a reader in regards to what you know. They could be trying to misguide the intuition within you as well. They never wanted you to seek anything at all. That's why they didn't teach you anything. And that's why they thought they had a head seat. They even took you to the doctors. If you could get your medical records, if you can, and just go through the notes and see what was in there. I feel like your doctor was in on this too, because they were being paid certain type of funds to keep it hush hush. You know, you go to the doctor, you fell, you broke your arm, your head, and these doctors are supposed to report it to whoever they need to report it. They never reported it. They got paid under the table for the abuse that was inflicted onto you by these so-called guardians. Baby, criminal. Criminal. Baby, I'm talking about a low vibrational doctor, not high vibrational, boo. Remember, there's good doctors and there are bad doctors. There are great nurses, there are bad nurses. Great mothers, nasty mothers. Great fathers, nasty fathers. Remember, duality, okay? Everything not gonna resonate with you. This is a collective read. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You're gonna be writing about this? Man, Spirit, you gonna be writing about, did it not say a mother figure? You're going to be writing about this, boo. You're going to be writing about your story. And let me know when it's done so I can support. You're going to be writing about this story. What they going to do? They can't sue you. What they going to sue you for the truth? Let me know how that works. Imagine somebody trying to sue you for the truth, but you speaking the truth with evidence, with overwhelming evidence. Okay. Whatever. Y'all better write that book, okay? Oh, man. They even went as... Yeah, they had everybody against you. The clergy, if you went to church or you lived in a church home or church setting and you had to go to church all the time, the clergy person may have said that you were evil or you were demonic and the things that you were seeing or you were saying was not true and you need to be exorcised and all this stupid stuff, child. It was a wild goose chase that ended up, they cooked their own goose. Baby. They cook their own goose. Quack, quack. That's what they get. Hold on, y'all. But does a goose sound like a duck? No, a goose honks. A goose doesn't quack, so it's honk honk. But they cook their own goose, child, okay? Oh, man. I ain't gonna lie. This was a really hard read to get through, but I'm glad the ending is what it is. And y'all deserve to be celebrated. You hear what I'm telling you? I'm telling you. You are here for a reason. I don't know what that reason is, but it's for a great reason. You hear what I'm telling you? And don't let no foul foot MF tell you differently. You are here for a reason, and the reason is for you to shine and shine brightly. You hear what I'm telling you? Never ever forget that, boo, okay? Don't let no foul foot or no foul front. No, it's not checks mix, it's my letters. That was a good one. Somebody said my letters was checkmate. That was a good one. Nah, Oh, man. And that's how you can tell when you really heal, when you can just sit back and laugh, even though you went through the most extreme, like the extremist things of life, and you're able to just kind of just sit here and laugh. That tells you that you're on the right path to healing, okay? So someone named is Jerome, Julie, Juliet, Anthony, Barry. I'm hearing baritone. Someone can go by the nickname of Pa, or you could be from PA. Okay. Could be Papa, Pa, Paw, Papa. Someone's name is Weatherly, James, Brian, Bryant, Wendy, Jaheim, Quentin. Somebody likes queso. I'm here in Valencia, Venezuela. Michael, Noelle, Noelle, Noel. I'm here in Napa Valley. Someone's from Florida. I'm hearing Zenith, Zenon, Zenon, Zenon. I'm hearing bilateral. Vicky, Victoria, Memphis, Someone's name is Zion. Stacy. I'm hearing Tariq. Tyriek, and then Tyereek. Tyreek. I'm hearing Maurice. I'm hearing David. Washington. Apollonia. Appellation. Geraldine. Nancy. Kita. Quita. Quinetta. Dennis. Tennyson. 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 Belinda. Linda. Bobby. Robert. Natalie. Gus. 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 I'm hearing Ashley. I'm hearing Adams. Petal. Quasi. Kwasi. Quasi. Kwesi. Quasi. I'm hearing Annalise. Annalise. Anaya. Nala. I'm hearing Capleton. Capers. Jason. I'm hearing Frank. I'm hearing Tommy. Thomas. I'm hearing Earl. Emerald. Emily. King. Cynthia. Cinquetta. Cynthia. Simone. Nadine. Carlos. Someone go by the nickname of Queenie. Walter. Wesley. Walton. 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 You could be learning how to waltz. Waltz. I'm hearing the name Axel. Covina. 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 Could be Covina Beach as well. I'm hearing Palisades. I'm hearing Omaha, Nebraska. Someone's name could be Omaha. Chelsea. Chauncey. I'm hearing Billings. Ooh, there's a lot of names today. Golly. Okay, what else? Opal. Lacey. Tabitha. Tabria. Tanitha. Tania. Abria. I'm hearing Labyrinth. Wells. Someone's last name could be Wells. Wells. I'm hearing Zinc. Zinc. It could be someone's name, or you could be taking Zinc. I'm hearing the apple of my eye. So however that resonates. I'm hearing Marvin. Randolph. Rangston. 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 Harold. Harry. It's a lot of names today. I'm hearing Tom. Thomas. Chad, C-H-A-D. Henrico, Henry, golly. What? Birmingham, South Dallas, Josie and the Pussycats. I'm hearing that Josie and the Pussycats. Jocelyn, Jolene, Joey, Joseph. I'm hearing Jowl, Jowl. I don't know what that is. Jowl. Ruscum, Ruscumb. Ruscum. Someone's name is Lane, Lane. Lane. I'm hearing Krishna, Christmas. Jules, Jewel. That could be someone's name, or you may like Jules. Someone's name is Denton, Denton, Denton. I'm hearing La Jolla, Lajolla. I believe that's in California somewhere. I'm hearing the name Dean. Remember that movie Bastard Out of Carolina? It was on Lifetime Movie Network. That may resonate with somebody. I'm also hearing the name Patty Dukes. She was really, well, still is a really well-known no, I think she passed. A real well-known actress, but she more so acted on Lifetime Movie Network. I'm hearing Agatha, Agnes, Sofrito, Miles, Timothy, Wooten, 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 Pauline, San Francisco Bay, quinoa, Qunoia, or something like that, quinoa rice. You could be eating that. Baby, that was a lot of names today, okay? So however that resonates, we got first house. First house. Aquarius. So action Aquarius, you could be or they could be. First house is how you show up to the world. First house is connected to your rising sign, okay? We have the South Node here in the third house. Aries, how you make your quinoa? Because every time I try to make it, I think it's an acquired taste. How you make quinoa? I just can't, I can't get that right. I just be like, ugh, this ain't for me. Seventh house. Mercury. Cancer. Okay. All right, eighth house. Gemini. Oop, Gemini. Jupiter. All right, let's see. So we have Pisces. You could be, they could be. Pisces. We have Scorpio. You could be, they could be. Taurus. You could be, they could be. Aries. Definitely said strong Cancer. Strong Cancer. Leo. I'm going to do two more. Capricorn. One more. Libra. All right, if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe. Hit the reds 2 times good goes good in bell peppers. Okay, steam it in garlic salt. Perfect. Thank you. I'm gonna try that. Thank you guys so much for supporting here. Thank you for all the gifts, the super chats, etc., etc. Thank you for sharing. It is truly appreciated. I love you guys beyond words can ever measure. Love you. I love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you nothing but great health, great success, great laughter, great food, great sleeping. Like, I wish you nothing but great success, okay? And I hope that you guys can be able to fulfill that part within yourself. And until next time, oh yes, I do have a 40% sale that's going on right now. Take a look at my store. The sale will be from now until next week, Saturday. So take a look at that. I'll be posting about that as well too. If you would like to book a private reading with me, I am closed today, but the reading will commence tomorrow. But if you're wanting to book a private reading with me as well too, you can do that as well. Again, thank you so much. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye TikTok. Au revoir. Bye Instagram. Adios, boo. Bye YouTube. I love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Bye y'all.